Utilize real-time collaborative platforms for logging risk and issues. If you don't have that, don't worry about it. Get you a simple Excel document and log your risk and create a risk register and an issue log. Now, the thing about that is not in real time, and sometimes the collaborative piece is not really there. This is why I like leveraging real-time collaborative platforms, because it keeps everyone updated. Smartsheets is a good resource for that. Asana, there's so many of them out there. Regular schedule risk management reviews to proactively address emerging threats. One of the things I always recommend, especially to my new project managers, is when you are having your weekly updates, make sure risk and issues is at the top. If it's not number one, make sure it's number two, to ensure that you are monitoring the risk to see if there are any emerging. Point number 7, change management plan and log. Document procedures for how project changes will be submitted, evaluated, approved, implemented, and logged. Why is this important? Ensuring structure handling of changes, maintaining scope integrity, and stakeholder expectation. Experiment with some of these actionable tips. Digitize the change management process for transparency and ease of tracking. Clearly define decision makers responsible for approving changes. Automate notification for stakeholders affected by approved changes. Now, most of the times in most organizations I worked in, they use a tool called ServiceNow for their change management, and it did all of the digitizing. Meaning, number one, you had to go to a meeting where you had to talk about the change that you were going to actually make, and talk about how it was going to either impact the triple constraints, meaning scope, cost, time, and quality. And then you also had to get sign off from a certain group of people, as well as the people that are going to be impacted. So ServiceNow, I believe, and I haven't used another tool as far as when it comes to that, but I really believe it's a really great tool when it comes to change management. Point number 8, procurement and vendor management. Outlines process and criteria for acquiring goods, services required from external vendors for project completion. Why is this important? It ensures efficient procurement, processes, high quality vendor management, and cost effectiveness. Experiment with some of these actionable tips. Define clear performance metrics, milestones for vendor deliverables, establish regular vendor review meetings to maintain accountability, implement vendor scorecards, accessible via a collaborative digital portal. Point number 9, cost management plan.